Okay, today we are learning how to make a website on pagefly. This is the Figma UI I've made for the site that I'm building. If you can't already tell, this is a personal site I'm making for the web design agency. This is the current one, how it looks. I think it still looks nice, but I just wanted to change it up. And today we're going to be making the first header page. Okay, so let's go over to Shopify and press the app pagefly. If you don't have it, you can press the link in my bio and you can go to it. I'm just gonna make this a regular page, so just press regular page and press create a new page. This is what you're going to see once you get on the pagefly page. Basically just a blank canvas. So first you're gonna pick out a layout. A layout is where you're gonna put all the elements and blocks inside, like a header you can put inside a layout. And there's a few different layout options, like there's a single one, there's double, there's triple. For example, if you put the single one, or the triple one I mean, then you can have 3 elements within that section. So like you can add 3 headers on the same line, whereas on layout number 1 you can't do that because we don't have you get what I mean. Anyways, so let's just take this one element at a time. We can see there's 3 text sections on the left side, so we're gonna triple that. It's digital agency title, we're gonna put that there. There's this header which we're gonna replace here, and finally the subtext. To add another column on the right, you're going to hover over that section and a plus will come up, and just press it. We're doing this because we want to add the image element. Just drag and drop it into that column. Now I'm going to make the buttons. There's 2 buttons, so what you're going to do is press on the button section, drag and drop it underneath the 3 headers we made, and just duplicate the buttons. There's only a few more elements we need to add until we're finished our template. To save images from Figma, you're going to press the image and press export and just save it to your desktop. And then you're going to go back into pagefly, press the image and press image source, and then press upload from computer and just select the image you just downloaded from Figma and press select. And there you go. As you can see, the reference we have on Figma, the buttons are rounded, which is what I'm going to change here. You're going to press button style, radius, test around with a bunch of different radiuses to see how much of that arc you need. What I'm adjusting here is the border padding. Basically, this means how much space from the middle to the end of the element there is. Right now I just felt like it was a bit too close, so I'm adding more padding so there's more space within that button. There's also a slight border around the button, so you're going to press border style, and I'll just test around with some borders as well. Here I just changed out the text to what it's supposed to be. Now let's do the coloring. So let's change the content color to black. This is going to change the text color, and the background color is going to change the gray. So just place in whatever color you want. Now the coloring for this one is a bit odd. The content color is again black, so just change the white to black, but there is no background color. So what you're going to do there is just press X on the background color, which is going to make it transparent. And the border style, just press border and choose the width you want. I think 1 looks nice. Now let's change out the font. So what you're going to do is press on the font section, press font family, press on the little circle thingy, and just search for whatever font you want. This one I'm using Poppins, and just press select done, and it'll show up there in your font family stuff, and then just change it easily. To change font size, just press on the font and drag your cursor on what font you're wanting. You can also type it in. The font lining, once I make it big, is too big, so just press text style and lower the line height. This is going to make it more compressed. The text on the bottom is way too far down, so you can also adjust margins. If you put a -30, it'll like go up. And now what we're going to do is change the background color. As you can see, it's blue here, and we obviously want it blue here. So just press section, styling, go all the way down to background colors, and press the color you want and just paste it in there. Now I'm just going to play around with the font colors and margins and the button margins. So I'll fast forward this process. We can now add in the remaining 4 elements, the 4 pictures on the top left, bottom middle, and bottom right. What I was trying to do here is export these images, but it just was not working out. It was exporting as a file and 2 separate pictures for some reason. I don't know what was happening. I tried everything. So in the end, I just ended up taking screenshots of the pictures. Generally, you do not want to take screenshots because it's going to make the images come out very blurry. But this was just as an example to show you guys, so I didn't really care. Then got the screenshots uploaded to pagefly. And then when I was changing out the pictures, the first picture I uploaded, like all 3 of the images would keep changing to the same picture. I have no idea why that kept happening. So I decided to just delete all 3 pictures and add them in separately. I think it was happening because I duplicated the picture instead of adding it separately like I was supposed to do in the first place. Anyways, now we can play around with it to make this image exactly in the position where we want. For this, you're going to mess around with the margins. We want it to go left, so we're going to put negative numbers. This is basically a trial and error process. You're going to have to test a bunch of different numbers. This is probably what takes the longest times, margins and the padding and everything. Now just adding in each image element separately, selecting the picture you want there, uploading it, and to adjust image size, press custom size and drag the width higher or lower depending on how big or small you want it. This one we want it to move to the right, the margins. So we're going to put in positive numbers in the margins to move it to the right. Finally, I added in the 4th image, played around with a few margins, some padding, and this whole process of adding just these 4 images took the longest time. Like, that's why I had to edit everything out, or else this video would be like 40 days long. It just takes time adjusting the margins and everything, and that is pretty much it. You learned about margins, padding, how to add elements onto pagefly, how to edit elements onto pagefly. I think we did a pretty good job in like an hour-ish. This is the pagefly one, and this is what we were making, the Figma one. Obviously, it's just the top part that we made so far. We still have a long way to go until we finish the page. I still have to finish designing it first. But anyways, go back to pagefly and press save page. You can name the page to whatever you want so you remember what page it is. And that is it. See you next time, maybe.